Ah, YouTube Kids, home to some of the weirdest videos on the internet. This place is filled to the brim with clickbait titles. Do not call the boss baby at 3 AM, OMG, actually worked. And my personal favorite, Spider-Man vs. Pink Spider-Girl vs. Spider Children prank in REL Life. Now, one of the most popular YouTube Kids channels is one that I'm sure many of you have heard of before, Ryan's World, formerly known as Ryan's Toy Reviews, a channel run by two parents about their 9-year-old kid playing with toys. The channel has 23 million subscribers and gains, get this, 500 million views a month. Now, when I heard this channel was getting millions upon millions of views, I just had to see what kind of videos they were making.
Hey guys, this is a whole bunch of mommies here. Let me know if you can spot Ryan. Ryan's somewhere here.
What am I watching? Now, about 2 years ago, the company Outright Games teamed up with Ryan's World to create Race with Ryan, and with the game going on sale recently, I decided to give it a try. Oh, I don't think that's supposed to happen. After reinstalling the game, I was finally able to begin my adventure in Race with Ryan.
Welcome to Race with Ryan!
Is that a threat? The game has 4 game modes to choose from. You have Quick Race, Career, Random Race, and Learn to Play. Now, since this is my first rodeo in Race with Ryan, I decided I should probably begin by learning how to play the game. The tutorial here isn't that bad, except for the fact that you have to listen to Ryan the entire time.
This command, the vehicle steers in the right direction.
Get used to hearing this voice. We're gonna be hearing it a lot. After completing the tutorial, I entered my first race. Farm Gus was my weapon of choice, and I was ready to wipe the floor with the other racers.
He's the champion!
No victory this time.
We don't talk about it. The game has 12 tracks in total, but half of them are just reverse courses, so there's only really 6 unique tracks. Ryan's Playroom, this track is basically Ribbon Road for Mario Kart, but not as good. Fantasy Park here is just a confusing mess, and Spooky Land is just straight up boring. Toy Shop isn't that bad, except for the fact that it has these sliding doors that are impossible to avoid. The only 2 tracks that I would consider good are Treasure Island and Wild West. Not because they're creative or anything, but because they're the only tracks that don't have this thing in them. Okay, so the tracks in Race with Ryan are bad, but the game could still be saved if the driving mechanics are good. But they're not. There's nothing offensively wrong with the driving, it just doesn't feel good. The steering manages to feel like it's both too stiff and too slippery at the same time, and the items in this game are just bad. They're the most generic items you could possibly think of, and I haven't even mentioned the worst part of the game yet. You see this? This cardboard cutout of Ryan right here? Yeah, this thing single-handedly ruins the entire game. Now, you're probably thinking, how can this PNG of Ryan ruin the game? Well, watch this.
Awesome, well done. You're in trouble. Oh no. Yeah!
This thing does not stop talking the entire game. Now, it wouldn't be that big of a deal if it had more voice lines, but it just repeats the same 5 lines over and over again, and it doesn't stop the entire game. Now, do I think it's Ryan's fault that this game is bad? No, not at all in fact. But I do think that it's clear that this game is just a cash grab using Ryan's name to trick people into buying it. So if you or someone you know is considering buying Race with Ryan, just don't. You're not missing out on anything.